now.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
I don't know what to say. Okay, so we are doing the just a little recap of the Preachers
The Preachers.
of Atlanta. I don't know what season this is.
It's first season, babe. First season.
Oh yeah,
Episode 3.
season 1, episode 3.
Yeah,
okay,
we would have done
Atlanta.
2, but we didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
It was okay. It was interesting.
And it was interesting.
interesting.
We should have did it because I don't know.
But-
Maybe we might still talk
we
about
talk
the
about it.
police part of it later, but not in this one. So we gonna kind of stick.
Tune
to
in next time.
Same back channel. Same back station. you just left me hanging. That was rude.
Anyway, let's talk about this one. It starts off talking with Pastor Leandra Johnson. She was talking about the going the distance and meeting people where they are and those things. And I guess we just to start, talking about that. That in general, her whole segment.
Her meeting people where they are was actually meeting. Her ministry, she wanted this to be geared towards women. It wasn't really meeting people where they were because she really wanted to talk to women who were on the street, prostituting or, whatever in that whole lifestyle. So she felt like the best way to meet someone where they are is to dress like them and I guess appear like them.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's your thing, I can't say that God didn't speak to her I can't say that. Because who am I to say how God speaks to you? But I used to do outreach ministry. And my ministry used to be people who were on drugs. Now, I've never smoked crack a day in my life. The hardest thing I've ever smoked, that's not your business. But I've never smoked crack. I've never smoked heroin. I've never done any hard street drugs. So I would never go on the street with that type of mentality because that wasn't my way to relate to people. And I worked in that ministry for a while. Of course, we want to meet people where they are, but that doesn't mean that the minister has to get drunk or, what I mean, dress like a homeless person or whatever. That was the type of ministry we had. We just dressed like regular people and, went out and ministered because I've done a lot of outreach ministry. We're just dressed like I am now.
But that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. I mean, it just seemed like that was just some
gimmick.
It seemed like it was a gimmick for the show. I don't know. I mean, maybe she did want to go out and do that, but even when she presented it to her crew, her little team, they were like taken back, like, well, how are we gonna do this? And you really and she went out there, but overall, she only talked to one lady that was, it seemed like they just gave her a card and she was like, Jesus for your last, and then they moved on and talked to one dude who said he was homeless and had cancer, and she sat down and talked with him. They prayed with him, and then they put him up in a hotel
and brought him to church the next day.
And he testified, basically pumping up her brand by saying, oh yeah, she took me and brought me in. It was all nice. It was nice for the show and it had like I guess a happy ending and stuff like that. Nothing bad about it. It's just, is that what she's going to start doing throughout the rest of the season?
Or was that just one time?
Yeah, was it just a one-time thing? And she was kind of bringing it out like, this is what we do. this is what we do. We go out to reach you, and so is that going to be her thing? The whole shows, time will tell. We'll see.
Yeah.
But at this one, even Babe was like, it looked like he was planted. He looks like he's
Yeah,
like an
it
actor
just-
or
I don't
something like
know.
that. It was just his
mean,
everything
it
is the same
just-
thing. But we understand it's reality TV,
Right.
and reality TV
It's
is far
scripted.
from reality.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
it's
understand
not
that.
reality.
It's just entertainment. So
It is.
there
So
it is.
that's what you have to take it as. You have to take this as entertainment. So let's move on to Pastor Corey Hambrick
Corey Hambrick.
and his 19-year-old stepdaughter.
Yeah, stepdaughter
Yeah.
Mariah.
His 19-year-old stepdaughter Mariah, who has a 28-year-old boyfriend that she's been dating since she was 17.
She's only 17. Remember that song?
No.
She didn't roll in my circles anyway. I was
No.
too cool for her.
No, you were too much of a
was too
nerd
cool
for me.
for her
I was
to
the
roll
cool
in my
one.
circle.
Come on, babe. Let's
Okay.
stick with, because we only got like
Okay.
10 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so the thing with, Pastor Hambrick's stepdaughter, the one thing that I took away from that was I loved his parenting skill, because they came at her, it was him, his wife, and the young lady's actual father. They sat down as a team and dealt with that situation, which I find beautiful, because most parents and step parents don't have that type of, for one, open communication. I thought the communication between the two dads was beautiful. And it's a shame that the young lady just doesn't seem like she really understands what she really has. I mean, to have, 3 parents like that really care about her. I mean, because that's a serious situation. You in college trying to get your life together. It's not time for you to be messing with older men, because just like Pastor Corey said, men have a tendency to take you off your focus. I mean, and I'm not saying men, because if it was the other way around, if it was my son, I would feel the same way. Relationships
will
take you
away from
off your focus. You there to go to school, so get your education, and the rest of that stuff you can deal with after you graduate.
But that's part of growing up.
It
I mean,
is.
that's part of life. So you're going to have your main goal, be it education or a career or whatever you have going. You're always going to have other obstacles and distractions and things like that. Not saying that other people are a distraction, but in some cases they can be.
And I
So
mean, you don't want your 19-year-old daughter, I love
Yeah.
him, I'm in love. No. Love them books.
but you can see in the portrayal of everything as it started out. She started off with this. They
Lie.
introduced the scene in where it was kind of like a catch up. It looked like they were at a restaurant or something like that. And they were all sitting down. So how's things been? And tell me about what's going on. And she started off with this.
Lie.
Well, I met this guy and we got to know each other and well, we went out a couple of times and
Now I love him.
now I'm in love and yeah, and it just started off like, okay, there's a whole lot of stuff, we haven't heard anything about it, you haven't said anything about it. Okay, so what's going on? Who is this guy? Oh, well, I only met him, I've known him for about 6 months and I'm in love and we're talking about marriage. And it's like, well, whoa, hold on. I mean, I thought it was really interesting how they took it from a parental point of view where they were getting all the information from her and she wasn't forthcoming, which always means that there's something deeper there. And they didn't dig and pry or anything like that.
I mean, I thought it was a good, it was a
It
good
was pretty cool.
segment,
But as it turns out, she even said, oh yeah, well, I've known him since I was 17. It's like, wait a minute, y'all been going, but they asked her the important questions.
Like, are you having sex?
Were you having sex?
Yeah.
Were you sexually active? And she said no, but eventually when Corey sat down with the man, it turns out that he
was.
But at that time, I mean, maybe that was like 2 years ago, and it came out that she wasn't telling the truth about her age. She had lied, and all those other things that come out, and I guess that's part of life. That's what we do. And she wasn't being punished for it, but she was taking it upon herself, like, you guys are coming down on me, and I'm a grown
Making
woman.
me look bad.
Yeah.
I'm a grown woman.
And although that wasn't really the case, because they didn't really chast her like, no, you don't, and you're punished or anything like that. But they just said, hey, I'm disappointed, and which speaks volumes when you do have your parents and you do respect them, and you have your child. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is just say, I expected more from you, being a grown person, that you would take more responsibility, and look at that, especially with someone who was that much older than you.
How many minutes we got?
We're at 10 minutes now, so we're going to be wrapping this up. But overall, that was one of the bigger
best,
parts.
And that was one of the best episodes so far. I mean, I love the way they sat down and handled that situation, especially when the pastor asked his wife to come outside so he could kind of let her know what the conversation had been in order to bring her biological father into that conversation,
situation, which I thought
was really good.
That's even
to me, that was one of the best episodes that
they've had. And
it
really had nothing to do with church, but that's life. That's
real life.
The church part was with Kimberly and her family.
And we don't really have that much time to talk about that, but maybe we'll do a part two. Because her family was interesting too, though.
Okay.
So we'll do a part two. We're not finished.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Talk to you guys later.
1 for the money, 2 for the show. Don't play me, honey. This is how we go.